at the Kiev Medical College, a number of Indian students with me, Indian doctors, Indian medical students. There was a time that there were close to 18,000 Indian students studying here in Kyiv, but that number has really gone down since the conflict started here in Ukraine. I have some young doctors and medical students with me. Let me begin by introducing them. Doctor, tell me your name and tell me how's your education coming along just now?
Hello, I'm Dr Jivita, and my education is due to war. We thought it would stop, but we didn't have any choice, so we came here again to complete the degree that we started. So my degree is completed, and now we are overstaying here for compensation, like to compensate the classes that we missed. So I'll be going by the end of this month. So now I'm compensating the classes.
You're doing your compensatory classes, but are you living in an atmosphere of fear? Are Indian students here living in an atmosphere of fear?
Yes, we are living in an atmosphere of fear. Like as you've seen behind this hospital, it was bombarded a few days ago. It's the biggest children hospital, and it was bombarded. And I stay somewhere near the radius of this hospital, so we are staying in fear. But it's natural for us nowadays. Like we go back to shelter, and if the siren is off, we come back to our home.
You've completed your medicine, but doctor, you're in your final year. Your education is still underway. Tell me, what are your apprehensions and your fears? Your name and the apprehensions that you face. Yeah.
Myself Arti Unecha, and I'm studying in Taras Shevchenko. I have one more year to finish, and it's a hard time we are seeing since beginning of the war. It's already been 2 years, and we have still one more year to finish. There is always a uncertainty, which we can say, like anytime there will be missile attack. Sometimes it is defended by the defense system, sometimes it's not. So basically that uncertainty is the most dangerous and the most fear, I will say. And rest the thing, life is going on, but we never know when something may happen which should not be happening. But life is very uncertain here. Yeah.
Life is very uncertain, and that is the fear, that is the apprehension in the minds of doctors here. When you talk about studying, students look for a tension-free environment, a tension-free atmosphere to study. But since 2022 February, Dr. Saab, tell me your name and tell me how are you dealing with the situation on ground here?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. My name is Dr. Roshan, and I'm a student here, and I have passed my 6 years of MBBS here. Now I will take my degree and I will go back to India. But talking about living here in Ukraine, and especially in the capital Kyiv, we are actually facing a lot of uncertain situation. Like we fear that something may happen to us. We don't know what time it will happen. It's actually very uncertain. And whenever the siren it rings, then we have to go to shelter. We cannot take any risk. Previously we were ignoring it, that it happens daily, so we got used to it, and we usually used to ignore that. But after the attack in Okhmadit hospital, this is the largest super specialty hospital of Kyiv, all over the Ukraine. But seeing this, and after that we are very cautious about it, and we take precaution. And that's a golden rule, that when we hear the siren, we have to go to the shelter, leaving every important thing, whatever we are doing, either it is classes or either we are eating anything, we just rush to the shelter.
That's the only thing that will save your lives. And in fact, rushing to the shelter is the difference between life and death in many instances, or equally bad, if not worse, losing a limb in those shrapnel injuries. Dr. Saab, the war is on here, but you have another war ahead when you complete your education.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Tell me your name, sir.
So my name is Pulkit Parikh, and I'm studying here, and I have just completed my degree here. I have compensated my online classes also, which was due to firstly the COVID came, and then this war. But yeah, we compensated our classes, and we have taken a compensation certificates from the university, and we are thinking hopefully the government will not bring another war for the students who are passing from Ukraine in our own country, because it's hard to fight against our country people for our rights. So yeah, if I hope they give us 1 year internship only, because in we have heard they are figuring it out to give 3 year internships, which doesn't make a sense, because we have to clear a FMG examination also, and after that going for internship. So a 10-year long study doesn't make a sense, because we have
That is
to
the tension.
take
That
care
is
of-
the tension. And when Prime Minister Narendra Modi comes here, what are your expectations from the Prime Minister? I believe some medical students want to meet the Prime Minister also.
Yes, yes. When we first heard Prime Minister Modi ji is coming here, we were really excited. We rushed to our universities to like give our names. We want to meet Prime Minister. We want to meet our Prime Minister face to face. Yes. So, and ongoing situation in India as well. So we would like, as Dr. Pulkit, sorry, as Dr. Pulkit said about the compensation. Even we are uncertain about our years, 3 years and or 2 years or 1 year. Our seniors are
So,
doing 3 years.
so what will you tell if you get to meet the Prime Minister, or if you get to access? What will you say?
Okay, I definitely say please make our lives easier a bit in India. We will give 1 year internship, and I've heard even there is a screening out examination after the internship. We are ready to do that, but I hope they make it easier for us.
The children here, the young doctors here, are very excited about meeting the Prime Minister. You were telling me that you are very hopeful that young doctors and students will get to meet the Prime Minister.
Yeah, it's always once like a dream come true to meet a prime minister, and we never. It's very hard to get this opportunity in India, being because meeting such a great personality is not a joke, and we still don't believe like we're gonna meet him. It's always a hope for us being here, because there is always India being keeping balance between Russia and Ukraine. Sometimes we get criticized like your prime minister visited Russia and you support Russia. There are some social pressure that may we students being suffering.
Okay.
Not that level, but it's always there like, oh, your prime minister been to Russia, so you support Russia. No, that's absolutely not true, because we being under colonization of Britain, we know the importance of independence, and we strongly stand with Ukraine with solidarity. So it's always we have to explain them how it goes, how India is supporting the independence. So it's
India,
gonna be-
India, and that's the point that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit is also likely to make, and the hope and the aspiration, and here people hope that this visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Ukraine will not only help usher in peace, which is extremely difficult at this point, but also a new relationship of partnership between India and Ukraine, and medical field being just one of the many areas where cooperation may be strengthened in the weeks, months and years ahead. Gaurav Sawant in Kiev, Ukraine, for India Today.